Welcome to Stoke-on-Trent for the 2011 British Acro Gymnastics Championships. Today we have seen performances from some of the best acrobats across the country from 27 different clubs. For me, acrobatic gymnastics has to be the best discipline within the sport. We use ourselves as equipment, we get great friends because we work in partnerships, and let's face it, Great Britain are one of the best countries on the world scene for acrobatic gymnastics. In this highlights package from Saturday's event, we will be catching up with spellbound stars Adam and Ed, as well as some of Britain's current world and European medalists. We'll also be bringing you performances from some of Britain's freshest up-and-coming talents from a wide range of clubs. Earlier today, I caught up with Toshko Pavlov, the national coach for acrobatic gymnastics. We wanted to find out what his expectations were for today.
It's been a big expectation from what's going to be next. It's been a great year, as everybody knows, the great achievement of British gymnastics. 2 world titles, and also Spellbound making a big impression on TV. So it's been a great year for Sports Acro, for the promotion of the sport and the success. It's a bit different this year, of course. Unfortunately, after the big competition, lots of partnerships have been changed, or some of the athletes retired, so we started virtually from almost nothing, which put a bit pressure on everybody for this year.
You've got quite good expectations for this year, though. Do you think we could pull something out of the woodwork?
We could have an expectation, as always, because over the years it's been proven that coaches can produce in a pretty fast-paced gymnastics in a high quality, though it's a little bit more than that this year. As I said, having a virtually all brand new partnerships, it's a bit dodgy. I could see everybody feeling nervous before the competition.
Let's start off by seeing some performances from the youngest competitors in the event, the 11 to 16 age group category. I'm here with Abby. She's a top from D&S Valley Gymnastics Club, and I've heard that this is her first competition that she's ever been in. So we're going to find out how she feels about that. So then, Abby, first British Championships, what's that mean and how do you feel?
I feel excited but nervous, but if I drop, I'm just doing it for fun now.
Yeah, so it's just enjoyable to start with.
Yeah, and the experience.
Yeah, and you're in a trio, is that right?
Yeah.
So how does that make you feel? Is a bit more confidence there? More people to catch you?
Yeah, I feel more safe too, like with more people catch me.
Very good. So what's the overall goal? What do you want to do in a few years' time?
Go to the World Championships.
So then, Abby, good luck. Hope it all goes well, and we'll catch up with you later.
Thank you.
Saturday's 11 to 16 age group categories displayed a wide range of alternative choreography. So we're in the training hall here where all of the gymnasts warm up prior to their routines. We're just going to go and have a chat over here to one of the coaches from Oxford while their gymnasts get ready for their first routine. Hello. So we were just speaking earlier and you mentioned that the girls have obviously been getting a new leotard and how important it is to match the makeup to the leotard and obviously then sort of the genre of the routine. Do you want to kind of talk us through what they've got on for today and potentially what we might see tomorrow?
Yeah, today we've got quite a stylish black and silver leotard with a red rose on it. It's quite a jazzy, sparky routine, so the girls are matching it with silver makeup. You have to be really careful with the makeup because if you overdo it, you can get deducted.
Yeah, it's too theatrical, so we've got a fine line not to cross.
Absolutely.
Brilliant.
You just want it to, make the performance really, add to the performance.
Great, so if we talk to the girls, girls, are you sort of really looking forward to today's routine, or is it tomorrow's that you're up for more? Balance, tempo, which one?
Well, our favourite is our balance, so that's tomorrow, but we love both routines because they're both really fun to do.
Right, so which one's the newest that you've got? Which one are you more experienced with?
Well, we got a new balance quite recently and new leotards to match, so that's
we're quite excited for it all.
Yeah, really excited.
Great, well we'll catch up with you later in the competition and fingers crossed you'll have some really good news for us.
Thank you.
And your makeup's already starting to look lovely. we thought it would be nice to catch up with one of the smaller clubs in the competition, so we spoke to coach and gymnasts from City of Glasgow Gymnastics Club, who had a superbly choreographed routine.
You two said that you're quite new together, you haven't been together particularly long?
Yeah, just under a year.
So how many competitions roughly do you think you've been to?
5 or 6.
And this is your first British for 11 to 16, yeah. That's right, but you've done NDP in the past?
Yeah.
You seem quite expressive in your choreography, which is something the choreography judges in archery are definitely looking for. Are you quite a confident person on the floor?
Yeah.
Really is. We're joined here by Emma Parr, BGTV commentator and National Acrobat judge. We want to speak a little bit about what we've seen today and basically some of the things that have stood out to you.
Yeah, brilliant. So first of all, in the 11 to 16 category, I was really impressed with the debut from the Glasgow Club by Craig and Sophie. A stunning routine, excellent choreography, and really impacted on us as a panel.
I think there's a lot of improvement coming from Scotland. We haven't seen much of them in the past, and I think every now and then an extra team's jumping in. So obviously expanding the sport across Great Britain and not just to have.
Well, I can remember the pair from the NDP finals last year, and they've moved up now obviously to FIG work. And they stood out then at NDP, so to see that carried through to the 11 to 16 work's excellent.
Moving on from the 11 to 16 category, let's take a look at the junior event.
I think it went really well today. We did alright. The first move, which was pitch, tucks, catch, double off, was alright. There was a few wobbles in it, but nothing to worry about.
So Jake, what about the second move?
Oh, it went good. It was pitch after and handstand, round feet, touch shoulders, full twist off. Touch shoulders, we had a little wobble, but that'll be alright.
So you recovered that one well. Brilliant. And back to Chris, how about the last move?
Well, the last move was a move that we put in the routine, I think it was a few weeks ago, so considering it was new, we did it really well. It was pitch, 1.5 twists.
Today's junior event saw some really close competition. There's been a definite mix of experienced combinations and freshly constructed, very promising new talents.
Okay, so moving on to the junior category, who stood out for you there?
Well, I thought it was a fantastic Competition actually in the junior section, and particularly in the women's pairs. Shani Red and Danielle, for me, have come on leaps and bounds since we last saw them at the British tournament in November, and their choreography and their performance in their actual dynamic and balance elements have all come on incredibly as well.
Obviously, to get the British title, you need to obviously have the technical finesse really, and obviously the choreography to go with it, as well as the performance.
Exactly.
I think they had that whole package.
As gymnasts, you've got to have extreme confidence to be able to use your face as well, as Shani Red does, especially in this routine. And to be able to carry that across well takes a lot of practice, because if you perform it but without the strength and the conviction, it doesn't quite work, across,
does it? No,
but yeah,
but it definitely did today.
Definitely.
I'm looking forward to seeing tomorrow.
I know, hope it goes well for them.
The final progression from junior to senior allows us to see some of the most established and experienced gymnasts in the competition.
Okay, I'm here with Spellbound members Adam and Ed. We're going to speak to them today about how they've actually felt they've done in the competition, and also a little bit about how they think Spellbound affected gymnastics. Okay, so first of all, we've got Adam on the side here. How's today gone for you?
It went okay, yeah, not too bad. We had a little bit of a wobble on our first move, so and a time fault, which lowered our score a little bit, but it is only our third competition together. And we've done 2 competitions previous to this, which were really good. So overall, we're positive that tomorrow we're going to make it up, make the difference up, and score well.
So how's it been going from a men's 4 back to a pair?
It was a really difficult transition because it's such a different strength that you've got to have. And it's the routines are more physically demanding in a men's pair than in a men's 4. But I'm enjoying doing men's pair now. It's a new challenge for me.
Brilliant, thanks. If we move over to Ed, so Spellbound, you must be sick of talking about it by now, but how have you found it? What's it kind of done for you? What do you think it's done for sport?
It's brilliant. I mean, it's given me the opportunity to perform and work doing what I love doing, which is sports acrobatics. We've been able to perform at galas and gigs and events that we would have never been able to do before.
Brilliant. So, on an overall, what do you think it's done for sport? Do you think it's
I would like to think that it's really boosted the sport, and we've got a lot more people involved, and just look, the whole of Great Britain know what sports acrobatics is.
Yeah, I think as a development officer, I've seen a massive influx in gymnastics at clubs since Spellbound came on the TV, so it's definitely a positive impact. We spoke a little bit earlier and you said potentially you would like to think that you could do an opening ceremony as part of the Olympics.
Obviously sports acrobatics still isn't an Olympic sport, and I'm not sure if or when it ever will be, but if we could do something at the opening ceremony, that's the closest we could get to doing something for the Olympics, so doing that would be great.
After mass success at the 2010 World Championships, many senior competitors have gone their separate ways or retired. Due to this, the senior event has a really fresh feel to it, with this being the first competition together for many of the partnerships. Hopefully this will lead to an equally successful 2011.
It's gone really well, really pleased with what we produced on the floor.
Yeah, so you had some quite high difficulties in your routine?
Yeah, our first move was triple back, and that's took a lot of work getting.
Yeah, obviously you're one of the taller tops in the competition, so has that meant you've had to put quite a lot of extra work
loads more preparation towards it, loads more conditioning.
Do you want to sort of talk us through how you go to prepare a triple somersault? What kind of progressions you had to do?
You build up the height first of all, to do high straight backs, then you'll do the double tuck to get the rotation, and then finally put the last somersault in to make it triple.
So the senior competition is actually quite a funny one to speak about. We've got, of the 5 categories we've got, there's only 3, in 3 of those categories there's only 1 competitor.
Yeah.
Anything for senior that you particularly noticed?
It was just great to see strong performances all round, actually. There were little mistakes here and there from people who you'd normally not expect to see them from, but you can see that it's going to be a tough competition tomorrow, and I think in the categories where there is competition, I think it's actually going to be quite a nice battle, and it'll be
very
great
close
to see.
call.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so we've got to the end of the competition for Saturday. How do you think it's fared up?
To be honest, a bit better than I expected. I didn't have high expectations because of the things I mentioned before, but looks like everybody is getting quickly into the good shape, so that's pleasing to see.
Well, that sounds like very good news, so hopefully by the time we get to trial events, we'll see quite an improvement.
We really hope so. When we see the things and the specific things we need to improve, then it's much easier to get there.
Brilliant. So has anything stood out for you so far, a certain category that seems particularly strong?
I could see actually the senior team. Everybody is pretty much into the direction and level they're supposed to be, which not too many of them, but in the events we have 2 partnerships. It looks to me to be a very difficult trials for them to select. Probably we'll take 2 partnerships, we'll see how it goes.
So hopefully we'll see the finals tomorrow. It'll be an exciting event, lots of clean routines hopefully.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah.
We wish everybody best of luck.
Best of luck. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.